Alright, so continuing our binomial journey, so we're now just going to continue looking at the BCD and just take it into a slightly different area. So this time we're still working on the same questions that we were dealing with before, which was the ones on the previous page where we are talking about the multiple choice test. So the binomial distribution on these questions is this, and we're being asked some slightly different questions. So this time it says find the probability that the student gets more than 3 but fewer than 10 answers correct. Now this really takes some care, and there's a lot of errors creep into this, but if you stay organised, you can make sure they don't happen. So let's start with what the question is asking us for. So given that binomial distribution, I want to know the probability that the student gets more than 3 and less than 10. So it's not including the 3 and it is not including the 10. So that is the same as saying that there can be, we're looking for values of x that can be not 3 but 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, but not 10. So really what we are looking at is that. And when we put that onto the calculator, you will understand why I have done it that way, why I've written it out that way. Because when we get onto the binomial, so the distribution binomial and BCD, I've got my number of trials 25, I've got my P is 0.25, I'm given that lower and upper bound, aren't I? So actually all I need to type in is the 4 and the 9 because they are inclusive. So I have an answer 3, 2, 5, 4 decimal places. Okay. Let's do this one down here. The probability that the student gets between 4 and 15 exclusive answers correct. Maybe the wording's a little bit confusing there, but what that means is between 4 and 15, but not including 4 and 15. So really what we're after here is, I'm going to write this first, I am not including the 4 and the 15. So what that really means is from 5 up to 14. Remembering binomial is a discrete distribution, so you can't have decimal values. Now it's easy. Between 5 and 14. Okay, so pause the video at this stage, do the now you tries, and then I'll do the examples. Okay, pause now. Okay, so on the now you tries, so find the probability that the student gets at least 5 answers correct, but no more than 12. At least 5 answers correct, but no more than 12. So we can include 12 and we include 5. So actually what I am after this time is that. It often takes you worth reading the question and over a few times just to make sure you've got the bounds right. Once we've got that, easy peasy. second now you try, the probability that the student gets between 4 and 15 inclusive. So I think this is what this is saying, is that between 4 and 15, including 4 and 15. So actually this is, I think, a relatively easy one. So this time, rather than on the one we had over here, we are including the 4 and the 15. Okay, so once you've got that statement correct with the limits right, this becomes very, very straightforward, and using BCD on the calculator should be second nature. Okay, hope that was helpful.